Maya had been awake for 30 hours straight, running on nothing but instant coffee and stubborn determination, and even that determination was beginning to flicker. The glow of her computer screen blurred into a haze as her eyes grew heavier, the numbers in the financial report dancing and merging into nonsense. She blinked hard, shook her head, and tried to focus again. She couldn't afford to mess this up. Not when this week could determine whether she kept her job or joined the growing list of employees recently laid off. The company was restructuring, budgets were tight, and junior analysts like her were little more than replaceable parts in a machine that never stopped. She straightened her posture, took a noisy sip from her stale coffee, and forced herself to continue typing, but exhaustion had its own agenda. Her head dipped once, twice, and then settled softly against her forearm as sleep finally overpowered her. She didn't know how long she'd been out. A minute, 10, an hour. All she knew was that she woke to the sensation of someone close, too close. A breath hovered near her ear, warm enough to chase a shiver down her spine, and a low voice whispered, "Maya, this isn't the place to fall apart." Her eyes snapped open. For a moment, she couldn't move. Her mind scrambled to catch up as she lifted her head and found herself staring directly into the dark, unreadable gaze of Noah Caldwell, the CEO. The Noah Caldwell, billionaire, ruthless strategist, a man whose signature alone could collapse or restore entire departments. Maya's stomach dropped so fast she felt dizzy. "Sir, I'm so sorry," she stammered, trying to sit up straight. "I didn't mean to. It won't happen again. Relax," Noah said quietly, though there was nothing relaxed about him. His presence radiated authority in a way that made the air feel heavier. And yet, his tone wasn't angry. It was something else, something she couldn't place. "When was the last time you slept?" he asked. She swallowed. "Yesterday morning," she nodded. His jaw tightened almost imperceptibly, as though someone had pulled a thread of irritation through him. "Stand up," he said. "Come with me." Her heart nearly dropped straight through the floor. This was it. Fired. At 2:17 a.m. on a Thursday. She followed him down the corridor, her brain already calculating how many months she could survive on her savings. He stopped in front of the executive lounge, an area she'd only ever seen through glass walls while delivering printed reports. He scanned his access card, the door unlocked with a soft hiss, and he held it open for her. "Inside," he said. She obeyed, though her hands were trembling. "Sir, if this is about me falling asleep, I really can explain. Sit." She sat. Noah walked to the counter, pressed a button on an expensive-looking machine, and began preparing something. The silence stretched. She considered bolting, crawling under the table, faking a fainting spell, anything. He returned with a cup, set it in front of her, and only then spoke. "You're exhausted," he said simply. "You haven't taken a single break in 3 days. Your badge logs tell me that." Her cheeks heated with embarrassment. "I wanted to prove my worth," she murmured. "Everyone's scared, sir. The layoffs, the rumors, people say the next round will start with analysts." Noah crossed his arms. "And you believed them, shouldn't I?" she whispered. For a moment, something softened in his expression. Not sympathy. Noah Caldwell didn't seem like a man who dealt in soft emotions, but recognition. "Maya," he said, "do you know why I was in the office tonight?" She shook her head nervously. "Because I couldn't sleep either," he said. "And because I've been reviewing your work for weeks." Her breath caught. "Mine. Yes. You're one of the few analysts who actually looks beyond the numbers. Your projections on the Vanguard account saved the board nearly $5 million. You did that without anyone telling you to." She stared at him, stunned. "I didn't think anyone noticed." "I notice everything," he said, and something about the way he said it made her stomach flip. She took a shaky breath. "So, I'm not being fired." Noah leaned in slightly, his gaze locking onto hers with unnerving intensity. "If I were going to fire you," he murmured, "I wouldn't be giving you coffee." Her exhale came out in a trembling laugh. Noah straightened, but his eyes didn't leave her. "You work too hard," he said. "You're burning yourself out before you've even realized how far you can go." "With respect," she said quietly, "you built this company by never slowing down. Isn't that what success requires?" Noah's expression shifted. Something between surprise and genuine interest. "Is that what you think of me?" It's what everyone says. Everyone says many things, he replied. Most of them wrong. Before she could respond, he reached over and touched her wrist lightly, so lightly she wondered if she imagined it. I know what they call me, he said. Cold, ruthless, unreachable. But they forget something important. He leaned closer again, his voice dropping to that same whisper that had jolted her awake. Even the strongest machine breaks if someone doesn't maintain it. A shiver rippled through her again, because this time, his whisper wasn't reprimand. It was warning, and maybe something more. Maya, he continued, I'm not asking you to work less. I'm asking you to work smarter. And to stop acting like you're disposable. Her eyes stung. She blinked hard. It's difficult not to, she whispered. No one ever tells you you're doing well. They only point out mistakes. Noah studied her face with that sharp, penetrating gaze of his. Then let me correct the imbalance, he said. You're exceptional. She felt heat bloom in her chest. Thank you, she whispered. But why tell me this? Why now? His jaw shifted slightly, as though he was weighing how much truth to reveal. Because, he said slowly, I don't like seeing talent destroy itself. And because, he hesitated. The CEO of Caldwell Enterprises, master negotiator, fearless strategist, hesitated. Because I've noticed you, he finished at last. Her pulse skipped. Noticed me, more than I should. He moved closer, close enough that she could smell the faint cologne on his collar, something clean, dark, expensive. You think you've gone unnoticed, he murmured, but you walk into a room like you're apologizing for existing, and then you deliver work that outshines half the senior staff. Her breath caught again. That's not how most people describe me. Then most people aren't paying attention. She swallowed hard. Sir, Noah, why are you telling me all this? His voice softened in a way she'd never heard before. Because you fell asleep at your desk, he said. And it scared me more than it should have. Her heart thudded. Why would it scare you? Noah didn't answer immediately. Instead, he reached out again, this time steadying her chin lightly between his fingers. The touch was barely there, but it sent electricity racing down her spine. Because, he whispered, I don't want to lose you. Her breath stopped. He realized what he'd said, released her gently, and took a controlled step back, but the air between them vibrated with something neither of them dared name. Go home, Maya, he said, regaining some of his CEO tone, though the edges were softer now. Sleep. Come back tomorrow at 10. Not a minute earlier. But, my reports will still be here, he said. You won't be useful to me if you collapse. Useful to me. The words shouldn't have made her heart flutter, but they did. Okay, she whispered. She stood, but he stepped closer again, lowering his head just enough that his lips were near her ear. And Maya, she froze. Yes, his whisper slid over her skin like velvet. Next time you're exhausted, don't fall asleep alone. She inhaled sharply. What does that mean? He didn't explain. Instead, he pulled back with a small, enigmatic smile, something rare and disarming coming from him. You'll figure it out, he said. She left the office with her heart pounding, her mind spinning, and her body still tingling from his presence. By the time she reached home, she wasn't even sure if she'd imagined half of it. But the next morning, when she returned at exactly 10, there was a note on her desk. In clean, sharp handwriting she recognized immediately, we're not finished. See me at noon. And underneath it, almost an afterthought but written with unmistakable intention, Noah.